Hope you're doing well. Well, listen, every now and then I have the privilege of driving my grandkids around to take one of them to school. Little Lincoln now he's 4.5 years old, and he's going to preschool at school, which is kind of interesting. That's one of those ways they get them ready for kindergarten. Kids that, you know, might be more challenging when they get into kindergarten if they didn't have this. So he's there, and it's been kind of fun taking him. But today, when we were getting ready to go, something happened. I was buckling in his brother in this car seat, little Hyler, and he fell and kind of hit his lip. I don't know what he hit it on, but he hit his lip, and he was crying, and it was a horrible thing. It wasn't bleeding, but it was going to have a fat lip. And it made me think, my heart just was absolutely broken for that little guy. Here he is going into a new environment, and he's got a little bit of a fat lip. His mom gave him some ice, which who wants to bring an ice bag into school and be sitting around with an ice bag on your lip? Not even the littlest kid would want to do that. No. But I get to walk him into school, and he was to walk down to his classroom. It was only the second day that he gets to walk by himself to his classroom, which is, it's only 4.5 years old. It's even that is a challenge for him. And it was a tough day, man. He was kind of beside himself a little bit. And gave me a hug and walked right down to that classroom. Put the ice bag in the car and didn't want to take it with him. And I told him, I said, you know what? Don't be crying, because kids are going to wonder why you're crying, and they might laugh at you if you're crying. So just, I guess you could say, like the British do, stiff upper lip. Stiff upper lip. I don't know if that's a good British accent, but either way. And he went right on in. I was so proud of him. And I thought about that. Isn't that what the Lord does with us? In many ways, right? Can you imagine what it was like, for example, for Matthew 14, for the disciples to be out on the water and the boat is, crashing in the waves, and here he comes walking, and he understood that they were going to get to the other side, but it was a threatening situation, and they learned something. That experience taught them something. There's a lot of hard experiences in life. I was thinking of Psalm 23. God always brings us to green pastures, but he leads us beside the still waters, because we've all been through the rough waters. And if you're a sheep, rough water's not a good place to be, especially if it's over your head. You get weighted down pretty heavy. Not good for swimming. So, still waters, but then also, isn't it a valley of the shadow of death, challenging situations that God he's with us, but we still got to go through it. Or prepares a table in the midst of my enemies. You still have the enemies there. There's still a situation, but God's providing for you in it. Look, it's good for us to have things happen. It allows us to see a side of ourselves that we haven't seen. Perhaps, maybe not the best side, so that we'll know the next time that that's not how we want to be. We mature. We grow up. The trials of our faith works patience. Patience has a maturing work. It's good for us, just like it is for a child to maybe fall down riding their bike until they get it right. And they learn how to ride their bike. We've all been there, all had these things happen. I don't know what happened to us as a people group here in this nation. Sometimes seems like the most, how can I say it, spoiled individuals that just can't handle anything. But thank God as Christians, everything has a good purpose behind it for us. Even when they meant it for evil, God used it for good. We're truly in a blessed place. Till next time, friends, God bless you.